Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome to today's Pick a Card. Choose one ancient magical symbol and element to reveal your greatest inner power. Which element are you? Are you air, water, earth, or fire? Take a few moments, choose only one element. That way you will get the most accurate reading. And when you choose one of these symbols, your instinct will draw you towards whichever one that resonates with your soul. Trust yourself that your message that is going to be revealed will reveal your inner power. For those of you who chose the element of water, this image that you have selected, it represents the inner power that you have to flow. You have a knack for knowing when to let things go and when to hold on for a turbulent ride. Others really admire this trait about you. Water is a feminine energy and highly connected with the aspects of the goddess. And in the four classical elements, water is a feminine energy and highly connected with this beautiful goddess that possesses this very magical power. One of the goddesses is Oshun. Water is connected to the west and is typically related to healing and purification. After all, holy water is used in nearly every spiritual path, including Wiccan. Now, typically, holy water is a regular water that has salt added to it, an additional symbol of purification, and then a blessing is said over it to consecrate it. In many Wiccan covens, such water is used to consecrate the circle and all of the tools that are used within it. Many cultures feature water spirits as part of their folklore and mythology. The Greeks themselves has a water spirit that is known as Naiad and is often presided over the spring or a stream. And the Romans, they also have a similar entity called Camina. And in Camina, among the number of the ethnic groups in Cameroon, the water spirits called Jingu serves as a protective deities, which is not uncommon among other African diasporic faiths and legends of folklore of water. Okay. At the time of the full moon, use of water scrying to aid with your divination will increase your intuitive knowledge. And also, in Elements of Witchcraft, author Ellen Dugan suggests doing a focused meditation to communicate with water spirits, such as the Undies. Okay? The use of water rituals involving love and other fluid emotions. You can even use water to manifest. And if you have access to a river or a spring, you can incorporate this in your rituals and allow for the current to just carry you away and cleanse your body of any negative thought forms, any negative feelings. And you can even do a shower ritual to cleanse your body and your etheric field of any negative emotions. And that's it. That's the conclusion for those of you that chose water as your element. For those of you that chose air, your inner power is your intuition. Air is associated with communication, wisdom, or the power of the mind. That's the reason why in tarot you have the association with the swords, because it represents the thoughts. And that is also the air element. Just like with the water, it represents the chalices or the cups. Okay? Air is one of the four classical elements, the element of the east, connected to the soul and the breath of life. Air is associated with the colors of yellow and white. Air is also associated with communication, wisdom, and power of the mind, as I mentioned previously. Do an outdoor exercise on a windy day, like flying a kite, and just allow the powers of air to just aid and guide you. Visualize air currents carrying you away, carrying away your trouble, blowing away strife, and carrying positive thoughts to those who have touched your heart that are far away. Embrace the wind and let its energy fill you and help you achieve your goals. In many magical traditions, air is associated with various spirits and elemental beings, entities known as sylphs, and typically connected with the air and the wind. These winged creatures are often related to the power and the wisdom of intuition. And that is your conclusion for those of you that chose air. For those of you that chose earth, your inner power is growth. Earth is a symbol of fertility and abundance. This is the reason why we in tarot have the Empress to represent these. And in the four classical elements, the earth is considered the ultimate symbol of the divine feminine, which is who again? The Empress. And this spring, at the time of new growth, which is where we are now, and life, the earth quickens and grows, full with the beginnings of each year's crop. The image of the earth as a mother is no coincidence. For millennia, people have seen the earth as the source of life. The planet itself is a ball of life, and as the wheel of the year turns, we can watch all the aspects of life take place in the earth, giving birth, life, death, and finally rebirth. The earth is very nurturing and stable, solid, firm, full of endurance and strength. And color correspondences, both green and brown connects to the earth for fairly obvious reasons, okay? There are a number of deities associated with the element of earth as well, including Gaia, who often embodies the planet itself, and Geb, the Egyptian god of the land. Earth element is related to material wealth, prosperity, and fertility. This is the symbol to use when connecting with the comforts of home and hearth, the blessings that come with it, and the stability of a family life. And that concludes those of you that chose earth. And last, certainly not least, we have fire. Fire is connected to your inner power of truth. We have that in the wands in the tarot. Fire is both a destroyer and a creative force. In the symbolism of the four classical elements, fire is a purifying masculine energy, which is associated to the divine masculine, and is also associated with the South and connected to strong will and energy. Fire destroys, and yet it can also create new life. The triangle with its pyramid shape is often symbolic of the masculine aspect of the divine. In 1987, Lydia Bell wrote The Path that the triangle is our symbol of truth. As a symbol for the whole of truth, it holds the key of all science to all wisdom, and its study leads with certain steps to and through that door, wherein the mystery of life ceases to be a problem and becomes revelation. The triangle is a unit. Each part of the triangle is a unit. Hence, it follows that every part manifests what? The whole. And if you're looking at a working related to some sort of inner change or inner growth or even outer growth, consider doing some color-oriented candle magic. If you have access to any sort of flame, a candle, a bonfire, etc., you can use fire scrying for divination purposes. Fire has been important to mankind since the beginning of time. Fire is typically seen as a bit of a magical paradox because, in addition to its role as a destroyer, it can also create and regenerate. And I have come to the conclusion of this pick a card. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. You can also purchase something from my Amazon wish list and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.